Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and let me welcome you to today's 247 Digitized Legal Support Services webinar. The topic today is how to choose the right CLM and make sure it actually works. Before we dive into the webinar, let's talk a little bit about 247 Digitize. We are a US-based company headquartered in Chicago, Illinois, with delivery operations in India. For more than 18 years, we've supported organizations in streamlining and managing their business processes, with a strong emphasis on quality, accuracy, and efficiency. Our core offerings include legal support, data management, and bookkeeping services. My name is Samuel de la Torre, and I lead the marketing efforts here at 247 Digitize. I'm the head of marketing. I have over 17 years of experience across digital and traditional marketing, and I have the opportunity to work with different organizations throughout the US, Canada, the UK, India, and of course, Latin America. And my background spans industries such as retail, insurance, and more. I have an MBA from Istanbul School of Business and a Diploma of Innovation from IAFIT University in Colombia. And today, we also have Krishnaveni, our in-house expert in contract lifecycle management. She brings over 16 years of experience in document review and litigation support. Her leadership in managing large-scale legal teams has been a key driver in our success in this space, and she's deeply committed to delivering high-quality work and maintaining operational excellence. As we move through today's session, please feel free to drop any questions you have in the comment section. We'll be very happy to answer them at the final part of the presentation today in the Q&A section. And if you're watching this video at a later time, please send us a message, send us an email. We'll be very happy to reach out to you as well and tell you how our services can help your organization. Now, after this little introduction, I would like to ask Kavi to take over. Kavi, over to you, please.
Thank you, Sam. Hi, everyone, and thank you for joining. Choosing a CLM can feel overwhelming. There are so many options, features, and promises. But here's the truth: buying the right tool is only half the story. Making it work is where the real challenge and opportunity lies. Today, I'll be walking you through how to choose a CLM that fits your business and, more importantly, how to ensure that it delivers results. Let's go ahead with the agenda first. So, we will help you identify your current stage in the CLM life cycle and what it takes to move forward effectively. Also, we'll explore common misconceptions about CLM that may be limiting your progress and learn the truth behind them. Uncover the typical missteps organizations make when choosing a CLM solution and how to avoid them. We'll also walk away with a practical checklist to evaluate your organization's readiness for CLM implementation or upgrade. We'll walk you through and see a real world transformation of contract processes, showcasing the impact of CLM before and after implementation. So, with this, let's get started. Before choosing a CLM tool or trying to improve your current one, it's important to understand where you stand today. On the screen, here's a quick way to assess your organization's contract maturity. Let's go stage by stage. Level 1, manual. Here, the contracts are handled through emails, Word documents, and shared folders. No tracking, no automation. On the level 2, centralized stage is where templates and clauses are stored in a shared location, but approvals are manual and inconsistent. Level 3, your fragmented automation, which means you have bought a CLM or have a homegrown solution, but usage is low or processes aren't optimized. Not your type. Level 4 is the adopted CLM, and CLM is integrated into daily workflows. Legal, sales, procurement use it actively, some reporting, of course, in place. And the final one, which we always dream about, is the optimized and scalable. Contracts are fully digital, data is actionable, CLM is integrated with other systems such as CRM, ERP, e signatures, so on and so forth. Well, no matter where you are, CLM is a journey, not a one time setup. We work with companies at every stage of that journey. Now that you have identified where your organization stands, while I was explaining the stages, which is from manual processes to optimized, again, scalable contract management, I would like to end it here. And also, I would like to invite Sam to shed some light on common CLM myths that might be holding you back.
Thank you very much, KB. So, um, as we just mentioned, we're going to talk about some myths that may be holding you back, and this is something many companies fall for these assumptions, and they end up with tools that don't deliver real value for the organization. Let's go with the first one. The first myth: um, we just need a tool; the rest will fall into place. The myth is that buying a contract lifecycle management tool or any software will magically solve all contract related problems. And in reality, a tool is only as good as the processes and the people behind it. Without a clear and well defined workflows, buying from users, and proper implementation, even the best tool will fail. Technology amplifies what's already there. If your processes are broken, the tool will just help you break things faster. The second one: legal owns contracts, so they choose. Sorry, so they should choose the CLM. The myth is that since legal handles contracts, they should be solely responsible for selecting and implementing the CLM system. But in reality, legal is a key stakeholder. True. CLM systems affect multiple departments, though: sales, procurement, finance, compliance, and more. And each has different needs. For example, deal velocity, vendor onboarding, reporting, and excluding them leads to poor adoption and friction later. Successful CLM implementation requires cross functional collaboration from the start. The third myth: AI and automation will fix our slow process. The myth is that adding AI or automation to the CLM process will automatically make it faster and more efficient. In reality, AI can help, but only if your processes are already streamlined and your data is structured and clean. Automating a broken process just makes the dysfunction faster. For AI to work well, it needs reliable inputs, clearly defined rules, and consistent workflows. And the final one: once we go live, we're done. The myth is that once the CRM system is launched, the hard work is over. But in reality, going live is just the beginning. Real value comes from ongoing user adoption, regular training, refinement of workflows, and optimization based on the feedback and data. Without a plan for change management and continuous improvement, the system can quickly become shelfware. So, after talking about the myths, let's go to the readiness checklist with KB. Over to you, KB. Oh
Thank
no,
you,
sorry.
Sam.
It's about the mistakes. Sorry, it's about the mistakes in CLM selection. Sorry.
No worries. Okay, so with over 100 plus CLM tools on the market, selecting the right one can be overwhelming again. Most platforms promise automation, AI powered insights, faster contract turnaround times, and enhanced compliance. While the features sound impressive, not every CLM solution is the right fit for every organization. In fact, many companies invest significant time and money into a tool only to realize later that it doesn't align with their actual needs or workflows. Now, on the screen, there are some of the most common mistakes organizations make when choosing a CLM solution. The first one, which is quite common, choosing a tool based on a flashy demo. It's easy to get impressed by sleek user interfaces and perfectly staged demos. However, a great demo doesn't always translate to real world functionality. CLM tools are complex and must integrate well with your existing systems and teams. So always ask yourself, can this tool handle our specific use cases, contract types, and approval processes? The second one, not involving the right stakeholders, often legal teams lead CLM initiatives without bringing in key departments like sales, procurement, finance, or IT, rightly pointed out by Sam earlier. So these teams are frequent users or contributors in the contract lifecycle. Without their input, you risk selecting a tool that doesn't meet the needs of the wider organization, leading to poor adoption and inefficiencies. The third one, overlooking internal process mapping. A CLM tool can't fix what you haven't defined. Before buying, it's crucial to understand your current contract workflows, what works, what doesn't, who's involved, and where bottlenecks occur. Without this clarity, even the best tools may be misconfigured or underutilized. I've seen these cases as well. And then the fourth one, expecting technology to fix broken workflows. A common misconception is that a CLM tool will automatically solve all process issues. Trust me, CLM is only as good as the process it supports. So if your approval chains are unclear, roles undefined, or contract templates disorganized, the tool will only amplify the confusion. Technology is an enabler, guys, not a fixer. The last one, ignoring training and change management. This is quite common in the organizations that I had worked previously. So, even the most powerful CLM tools will fail if users aren't properly trained or resistant to change. Successful CLM adoption requires a clear change management plan, regular training sessions, ongoing support, and leadership buy in. It's not just about implementation, it's about engagement and consistency. So, a CLM tool can drive immense value, but only if your people, processes, and systems are aligned. Before choosing a platform, assess your internal readiness, involve the right stakeholders, and remember the right tool supports your strategy, it doesn't create one. Sam, with this, I will hand it over to you to take us into the next topic.
Sure. Thanks, Kerry. So this is what I was mentioning before about the free takeaway. Let's do a little CLM readiness checklist. This is a step-by-step approach to ensure you're truly ready for a contract lifecycle management solution. Let's go step by step. The first one, step one, define your goals. What are you really trying to achieve? Ask yourself some questions. Faster contract turnaround, better visibility into obligations and risks, less manual work and more automation. Your goals should drive every decision that follows. Step number two, map your current process. Understand how contracts move through your organization today. Ask a couple questions. Who is involved at each step? Where do things slow down? What's manual, repetitive, or inconsistent? You cannot fix what you have not mapped. Step number three would be know your stakeholders. Different teams have different priorities. For example, legal wants control and compliance. Sales wants speed and visibility. And procurement wants risk mitigation and cost control. The right CLM must work for everyone, not just legal. Step number four, assess integration needs. Will the CLM need to connect with tools like Salesforce, SAP, DocuSign, or others? A CLM that doesn't integrate well can become a silo, not a solution. And step number five, plan for the long term. Is the solution scalable and flexible enough to grow with your business? Ask yourself a couple questions. Can it handle increasing volume and complexity? Will it support new geographies, new teams, or contract types? The key inside of this is a successful CLM isn't just about buying a software, it's about aligning people, process, and technology around clear goals. What, says, what sets a successful CLM project apart is they have streamlined templates and standardized clauses, intelligent, user friendly workflows, strong training and change management, real time dashboards and reporting, and clear KPIs and success metrics. Here at 2% Digitize, we help you move past the myths and focus on what actually works. Over to you, KV. Please tell us about some real life examples.
Yeah, thank you, Sam. That was interesting. And interesting questions as well that clients have to think through. Okay, now before and after process examples in real life is something I'll discuss in detail. But I do respect the time, hence, I'll condense as much as possible. So, one client bought a top tier CLM but didn't involve sales or IT. The legal team liked the tool, but sales ignored it. Adoption was low. Something familiar, right? Ringing the bell? Yeah. So, this is a very common practice in most of the organizations. So, what we did is we helped them rework workflows, retrain users, and relaunch the tool. Today, they are processing contracts 40% faster. Same tool, of course, but a better setup. It's not about the tool, it's about how you use it also. And some of the common CLM pitfalls companies face is something that I will walk you through as well. The first one being choosing a tool without understanding internal needs. So, what goes wrong is companies rush into buying a CLM based on demos, Gartner reports, or peer pressure, of course, without deeply understanding their own workflows, users, or pain points. So we worked with a global services company that had already purchased a CLM but hadn't mapped their contracting process or involved sales and procurement in the selection. The tool was underused and misconfigured, so we stepped in, facilitated cross functional workflows or workshops, and redefined their contract intake process and redesigned their workflows. After that, user adoption jumped, turnaround times dropped by 35%, and they finally saw value from their investments. So the expertise lies in bridging the gap between tech and the business. We don't just configure tools, we align them with people and process. Now, the second one is ignoring integration and data challenge. So, what goes wrong is companies overlook uh, how contracts connect with systems like Salesforce, SAP, or ERP tools. They end up with siloed data and duplicate efforts. A client had a CLM tool that didn't sync with their CRM. Sales kept bypassing, of course, they don't want to lose their clients all the time. So we worked with their IT and business teams to assess integration points, then build an integration plan that fit their workflow. We implemented a phased rollout that brought CLM into the daily sales process without friction. We help clients move from CLM in a box to that actually fits. So, CLM that fits. The focus is making sure the tool connects to the ecosystem, not just legally but operationally. And the final one, no focus on change management or training. And I'm repeating this because this is the most common issue, challenge, bottleneck, pitfall, whatever you call it, but this has to be addressed. So, what goes wrong is CLM gets launched, but no one uses it. That's the reality because users were never trained properly or don't understand the why behind the tool. One client came to us 6 months after go live. Adoption was below 20%. We led targeted user enablement sessions, restructured the UI for clarity, and created persona based training for legal, sales, and procurement. Within 3 months, usage increased to 80%, and the contract status tracking became fully transparent for the first time. So remember, technology is only as strong as its users. We specialize in driving adoption through simple design, strong training, and continuous feedback loops. With this, I would like to conclude, but remember, we help clients choose, implement, and optimize CLM, not based on trends, but on what works for your business. Success starts with strategy, not just a software. That's something that you will have to underline. Then, whether you are exploring CLM or facing post implementation challenges, 247 Digitize brings the experience, process insight, and people first approach to make it work. We are tool agnostic, outcome focused, and ready to support your goals. So, let's connect after the session. And with this, I conclude. Over to you, Sam.
Thank you very much, KV. And as KV mentioned, with this, we're going to wrap up today's presentation. But before we do that, please, while I'm explaining the next part, please feel free to ask any questions you may have in the comment section. Whether you're joining us right now, live, or you're watching the replay, you can also ask the questions later, or you can send us an email. That's what I'm going to show you right now. KV's information, you can see there. Please make sure to write to her if you want to know about our services and how 247 Digitize can help your organization. A quick reminder, this webinar will be available as well on our LinkedIn page and our YouTube channel. And let's see. No, we don't have any questions for now. That's okay. As I mentioned, you can contact us. You can reach us whenever it suits you best. And we would like to appreciate your attendance or you're watching this video. For a deeper look at everything we offer, please visit our website. It's www.247digitize.com. Thank you very much for being with us today. We appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you in our next webinars. Thank you very much, Kevin.
Thanks, Sam, and thanks, everyone.